this is MK and I welcome you all to my YouTube channel Physical Universe with Zero. For update of my upcoming videos, please subscribe my channel and press the bell icon button. Now let us start our discussion of the topic, which is how to add or subtract two or more vectors. Vector addition or subtraction. In this video we will learn about two different methods commonly used to add or subtract two or more vectors representing the same physical quantity. So that's the information. Let us now discuss one by one in detail about these methods. So first method is analytical method for adding or subtracting two or more vectors. This method can be used only if all the given vectors are written in terms of their x, y and z components or parts. For example, here v is a vector and it is written as v is equal to 2i plus 3j plus 5k. Here 2i is the x component, 3j is the y component and 5k is the z component of vector v. To use analytical method of addition or subtraction, all vectors should be given in the form as shown in above example 1. So you have to always keep in your mind, if your vector is written in such a way, only then you can use analytical method for addition or subtraction. In analytical method of vector addition, x component or part of all given vectors are added together to obtain x component of resultant vector. Similarly, y component of all given vectors are added together to get y component of resultant vectors. And finally, all the z components are added together to get z component of resultant vector. Let us see analytical method with an example. So this is example. Let us consider three vectors v1, v2 and v3 which are written in terms of their x, y and z components. Here v1 is written as 3i plus 2j plus 4k, where 3i, 2j and 4k are x, y and z component of v1. Similarly, v2 is written as 2i plus 3j plus 2k. Here 2i, 3j and 2k are x, y and z component of v2 respectively. And v3 is written as 2i plus 2j plus 3k. Here 2i, 2j and 3k are x, y and z component of vector v3. These three vectors can be added by using analytical method as they are written in terms of their x, y and z components. Now the resultant vector is given by v resultant is equal to v1 plus v2 plus v3, where v resultant is the sum of all the three vectors, that is v1, v2 and v3. So v resultant is equal to, simply add the x component of v1, v2 and v3, you will get x component of v resultant. So x component of v1 is 3i, x component of v2 is 2i and x component of v3 is again 2i. So you get 3i plus 2i plus 2i. So x component of v resultant is 3 plus 2 plus 2 into I. Similarly, to get y component of v resultant, you have to add y component of v1, v2 and v3. So here you can see that y component of v1 is 2j and y component of v2 is 3j. Similarly, y component of v3 is 2j. So you have to add all these three together. So you get 2j plus 3j plus 2j. So the y component of v resultant is 2j plus 3j plus 2j. So you get 2 plus 3 plus 2 into j. Similarly, the z component of V resultant will be equal to the sum of z component of V1, V2 and V3. As you can see, z component of V1 is 4k and z component of V2 is 2k. Similarly, z component of V3 is 3k. So finally you get 4k plus 2k plus 3k. So 4 plus 2 plus 3 into k. This is the z component of V resultant. So your final vector is 7i plus 7j plus 9k. So when you will add these three vectors v1, v2 and v3, you will get a new vector which is called v resultant, and its magnitude along x-axis is 7 and its magnitude along y-axis is 7, and again its magnitude along z-axis is 9. So your final vector is 7i plus 7j plus 9k. This is the resultant vector. Note: subtraction is nothing but the addition of a positive and a negative number or quantity. Hence, same rule is used in case of subtraction of two or more vectors. For example, let us subtract v2 from v1. So when you will subtract v2 from v1, that is v1 minus v2, you will get a new vector. We are calling it v. So v is equal to v1 minus v2. So how to get your v? Simply subtract x component of v1 and v2. Similarly, y component of v1 and v2 and z component of v1 and v2. So when you will subtract v1 and v2, you will get v is equal to 3 minus 2i plus 2 minus 3j plus 4 minus 2k. So your final vector v will be I minus j plus 2k. This is the difference of v1 and v2. This is your resultant and hence the answer. Now we are moving towards our second method of vector addition or subtraction, which is graphical method for adding or subtracting vectors. This method can be used only if magnitude as well as direction of all the given vectors are known accurately. In this method, all the vectors are represented by using straight arrows, where the length of arrow represents the magnitude of vector and head of the arrow represents its direction. In this method, two important operations which are associated with vectors and is known as shifting of vector and inverting of vector are most commonly used while solving a problem. If you don't know about these two operations, then please check my previous video where I have discussed that how to shift or invert a vector. While using graphical method, you have to be very careful, as any mistake in magnitude or length or direction of any arrow representing any vector will lead to a wrong answer, as in this method every vector is represented by an arrow. So you have to keep in your mind that the length of the arrow and its direction should be accurate. Let us see this method in detail with an example. So let us consider two vectors. v1 has a magnitude 3 and direction towards north, and v2 has a magnitude 6 and direction towards east. So you have to keep in your mind that v1 has a magnitude 3 while v2 has a magnitude 6. So while drawing v1 and v2, v2 should have a length twice in comparison to the length of v1. So here in our figure you can see the red arrow is representing V1 and the red arrow is directed towards north. Similarly, the blue arrow is representing vector V2 and it is directed towards east. So you can simply check here that the length of blue arrow is twice in comparison to the length of the red arrow. Here we are going to represent V, which is equal to V1 plus V2, or you can say that how to add V1 and V2 by using graphical method. So V1 plus V2, that is your V or resultant vector, is shown as below in figure A. Here the head of V1 is placed at the tail of V2. This represents operation V1 plus V2. Then the resultant vector V is drawn as its tail at tail of V1 and head at head of V2. So graphical method for addition of vectors. You can see red arrow which is representing V1 vector, it is directed towards north, and blue arrow which is representing V2, it is directed towards east. Red arrow has a magnitude 3 while blue has a magnitude 6. So the length of red should be half in comparison to blue arrow. So how to add V1 with V2? Simply put the head of your first vector, that is V1, at the tail of second vector, that is V2. So in this way you get V1 plus V2. Now you have to draw your resultant vector, that is V. So resultant vector is the vector having its tail at tail of V1 and head at head of V2. So you can simply here see that the green arrow, this green arrow having its tail at tail of red arrow which is representing V1. Similarly, this green arrow has its head at the head of blue arrow which is representing V2. So this green arrow, this will be your resultant vector, or you can say that this is your resultant vector which is equal to V1 plus V2, and the magnitude of resultant vector, that is V, it is given by root over V1 square plus V2 square plus 2 into V1 into V2 into cos theta, where theta is the angle between V1 and V2 when both are placed such that either their tail or their heads coincide with each other. So this is the method for addition. Similarly, you can find V2 plus V1. So previously we have find V1 plus V2. Now we are going to find V2 plus V1. So V2 plus V1 is shown below in the figure. Here head of V2. Here you can see that your first vector is V2 and the second vector is V1. So here head of V2 is placed at the tail of V1. This represents operation V2 plus V1. Here the resultant vector will have its tail at tail of V2 and its head at head of V1. So graphical method for addition of vectors V2 with V1. So you can simply check here that now we are placing the head of V2 at the tail of V1, because here V2 is your first vector and V1 is your second vector. So this blue arrow is your first vector and this red is your second vector. So you get V2 plus V1, and your final resultant vector will be a vector having its tail at tail of v2 and head at head of v1. So this green arrow is representing the resultant vector, or you can say this is your v, which is equal to v2 plus v1, because its tail is coincide with v2 and head coincide with head of v1. So in this way you can simply add v2 with v1. So this is your resultant vector, and its magnitude is given by v2 square plus v1 square plus 2 into v2 into v1 into cos theta whole to the power half. Let us now see how to subtract two vectors using graphical method, that is how to find v2 minus v1. So here we are going to subtract v1 from v2 by using graphical method. So how can you represent this? That is v is equal to v2 minus v1 using a graph. So here operation v is equal to v2 minus v1 is like adding v2 and minus v1, as we have discussed that the subtraction of two number or quantities is nothing but the addition of a positive and a negative. So v is equal to v2 minus v1. You can simply see that v is nothing but the addition of a positive, that is v2, and a negative, that is minus v1. So simply v is equal to v2 minus v1, you can assume it as v2 plus minus v1. So this is the addition of v2 and minus v1. That is why you can consider the subtraction as addition of a positive and a negative. So here operation v is equal to v2 minus v1 is nothing but adding v2 with minus v1. So we have already v2, but you don't have minus v1. So how can you get minus v1? As by inverting the direction of v1 you can get minus v1. Then simply add v2 and minus v1, as we have learned in example A and B. So in my previous video I have discussed that how can you invert a vector. So this is your vector v1, which is given and is directed towards north. So if you will invert its direction towards south without changing its length, then you will get minus v1. So here in this triangular diagram you can see that blue arrow, this is representing v1 and its direction is towards east, but here the red arrow, this is representing minus v1 and its direction is towards south. So your vector v1 was given towards north, so if you will invert its direction towards south you will get minus v1. So now you have v2 and minus v1. So how can you get v2 minus v1? Simply just add v2 with minus v1. So same rule we will use here. Your first vector is v2 and second vector is minus v1. So you have to place head of v2 with the tail of v minus v1. So here you can see that the head of v2, that is blue arrow, is placed at the tail of minus v1, that is red arrow. So this is your v2 minus v1. So your final resultant vector is v is equal to v2 minus v1, and this has a tail at the tail of v2 and here has its head at the head of minus v1. So this green arrow, this is representing v2 minus v1. So in this way you can simply subtract any two vectors by using.
I hope this video will help you to improve your interest and understandings of physics. If you have any question or confusion regarding any topic of physics, please tell me in comment box below this video and I will try to help you in my next video as soon as possible. To support, please subscribe my channel and share this video link. Thank you and have a nice day.